All right. Welcome back to the next live stream of The Stage. No Way Out. In yesterday's live stream, we our friends made it to the festival grounds. However, they made it a little too early. And they got there a little too early, so because they're there so early, they're essentially by themselves. There's nobody else around, and it also sounds like apparently oh, I gotta do something with fear. That's just Wolf reaching out to us about fear. While I was on my little monologue, I was just gonna go through like our friends' pictures and stuff. But they showed up at the fairgrounds and it was completely empty, but it's like crazy muddy apparently. It's like a swamp out there. There's so much mud, so much swamp. It doesn't sound enjoyable at all. Doesn't sound like they're having any type of fun. But they made it. Nonetheless, they made it. Before they got to the festival grounds, though, they had to stop at a gas station, probably to refuel, grab some snacks, whatever they might have had to do. And during that time, had a little bit of a creepy music playing, a little bit of whispering and stuff like that in the background. And Sophie got locked into a room with a bunch of creepy freaking mannequins. And Jimmy locked her in there. It was just a prank. But the fact that those mannequins are still around is kind of weird. Wolf looked into it and actually was able to track Fear's phone number or his phone satellite reach whatever he was doing and actually tracked it to where it was pinging off the same tower at the gas station that our friends' phones were also pinging off, meaning that Fear was there with our friends, or Fear is one of our friends. Which friend that could that be? We really don't know, but we're pretty certain that it's not Ron because Wolf actually looked into Ron, and Ron didn't have like anything incriminating, anything suspicious about his online history or anything like that. So, in reality, is it Ron? Probably not. I think the most suspicious person is actually Niels right here. Some of the clues that Fear has been giving us are posters of Kurt Cobain and Amy Winehouse. Essentially, the whole Club 27 scenario, right? Where these young music artists passing away from, whatever it is that they're passing away from at a very young age. But who has a bunch of knowledge about music artists other than the music artist himself, right? Niels. So the possibility that Niels might be Fear, we don't know yet. Um, Robin and Alex are getting some pretty decent arguments and fights. I don't think they're going to last very well, and they're actually bunking with each other now. I have a feeling they're going to get into a fight over us because we're amazing, and of course we got the future XYs fighting over us. But they were trying to play a game. The game was truth or dare. We actually gave Sophie the dare, the truth. Sophie chose truth. We gave Sophie the question or the truth of like what was your most embarrassing experience, and Sophie ended up passing it on to Robin, and then Robin used a scenario or used a time when there was something embarrassing that happened with us, and then of course Alex got super jealous, and Alex is just a super jealous person, and then immediately like tried to talk to us, is like, hey, I think I made a mistake. I kind of want you back. Maybe we should try this long distance thing. And we shut that down really quick because we weren't about to have any of that. Um, we're not dealing with Alex. We're dealing with Robin and Lena. Let me tell you, Robin and Lena, they're getting the kebabs with extra mayo. That's that's who's getting it. It's kind of wild that Ron doesn't really have any pictures of himself, just his stuff. I mean, it's not wild. It actually makes a lot of sense. But everybody else has like multiple pictures. Ron's got 4 pictures. One's of his watch and cigar, and I'm guessing this is just some random stranger that he took a picture of and was like, "Oh, look, the Eiffel Tower," but it was actually some random stranger. That's my guess. I really don't know. And then I just want to show one more character. Obviously, our girl Lena. Sheesh, mama. Well, that's not Lena, but that's just a beach and a footprint in the sand. But this is Lena with the little kitty cat. Oh, what else happened? I think that's about it. I feel like that's about it. Lena reached out to us as well and wants to go out and get a kebab or have a kebab or receive our kebab. I don't know. But Lena's our work colleague and wants to go out and have some fun. Welcome everybody to the stream. It's great to have everybody here. I see Lawanda, Lyco, Wolfie, Miss Azrael, Haley. It's great to have everybody here. Thanks for coming in. Christina Purdy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. Yes, I did start a little bit later than we normally do. Normally start around 9, but I was like, you know what? It's a Friday. It's a weekend. You guys will be up. So without further ado, what do you guys say we get into our conversation with fear, play dumb, and see if Wolf can hack into fear and find some information. So the brightest stars shine only briefly before they fade away. The pieces of the puzzle are in front of you, each in its place. Use the clue to decipher the truth. So we want to play dumb, so that way it gives Wolf time to look into everything that's going on and try to find out more about this fear individual. So what do we want to say, really? Like which pieces of the puzzle? Don't make it unnecessarily difficult for us. At least give us a clue. Either you tell us what this is all about, or I'll block you. We're not getting anywhere. We need your help, please. Look, we got to play dumb. Like what pieces of the puzzle? Like we don't really know. We need more hints and clues. And Wolf says, very good. That's exactly how you need to handle it. Direct, but not too intrusive. And Fear is actually responding. You want clues. Good. Is that it? Oh no. Pay attention for the day and the month of their demise to unravel the mystery. Everything you are looking for is already in front of you. The stars hold the first message, while the lifeless of silence hold the second. Combine the order of the stars with, I don't know, because Wolf blocked our screen. But Wolf says, there you go, a puzzle. Please take care of the file with Hans. I'll try to decipher Fear's message. So combine the order of the stars with the 3 numbers, and the door to truth will open. Don't know what any of that means, but again, I'm willing to bet that this video is going to have another poster of somebody else who tragically passed away at the ripe age of 27. Like it says, did you see the Mayo sketch? No, I haven't. I haven't seen the Mayo sketch. I apologize. I have not. Miss Azrael says, I've had a shitty week, but I'm going to see the movie Weapons tomorrow. I have never even heard of it. What's the Weapons all about? And I'm sorry you had a shitty week. That's never fun. It's never fun to have a shitty week. Apologize. Bella says, please try a mini game. I have. I've beaten all of them so far. I've beaten every single mini game so far. Hence the reason why we're so far into the episode 1, Bella. It's the one about the weapon is the one about the teacher whose whole class goes missing and the town thinks she did it. She probably did do it. She probably absolutely did it. So I need you, Hans. Fear has struck again. Hans, my virtual superhero, fear has sent me some homework again. Guess who has encoded something again and thinks he is the god of riddles? Yeah, let's do that. It's fear. Jigsaw. No. Professor Layton? I don't even know who that is. The inventors of the tax return, perhaps. Oh, I've got it. Fear. The doll whisperer. The mannequin whisperer. But sorry, TT. I'm just, how should I put it, busy. No, you're not. You're not busy. Not serious, are you? Busy with what? Let me guess. You're tied to tied. Oh, you tried. You tried to top your worst joke. What the hell are you busy for? That you can't help me out and try to decipher this. I'm sorry, TT, but I'm currently, let's call it, searching for clues. I'm trying to put the scattered pixels of my past back together again. You should talk to Charlie. I bet Charlie has a ton of uh of your history that you can learn and find out, what actually happened to you. He'll probably do it again. I wouldn't blame him, just saying. I think I was able to recover a few fragments. They are not clear memories, more like pictures, snapshots from the past. I have reproduced them, but the stories behind them are missing. Premium chat option. Don't leave me in suspense. Let me see. Digital Diaries, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. Hans in Luck. I don't think I remember a Hans in Luck. Me in a green outfit with a duck. A duck. Hans in Luck is written there. Hans in Luck with a duck. Was I something like a Lucky Charm, a mascot, or was I just just a living joke in a program code? And this one. Oh, I do remember this one though. Hans the Magician with a two pair. Yeah, me as I remember when Hans was a magician. I do remember that. Welcome, Georgia Rose, to the stream. It's great to have you here. I didn't know I could ever do magic tricks, but the picture is clear. Did I really do magic in the past? Was it a hobby of mine? It feels strangely familiar, but at the same time so distant. And then this thing. Serena reaching out to grab Hans, probably. It really gives me goosebumps. And I don't even have skin. Would they be like, what would goosebumps be for a robot? Would they be like screw nuts or something? I don't know. I don't know what they would be. This ghostly hand, what does that mean? A flaw in the system? A shadow from my past? All these images, but no answers. I can see them, but I can't feel anything. Connect nothing. It's as if I were an empty book with a few pages that someone has torn out and put back in at random. But you know what? I'll keep trying. I'm not giving up. Somewhere in this digital fog, the missing pages must still exist. Maybe they're just coded or well hidden by whoever did this to me. And if there is a way to remember, then I will find it. I'm sorry I stole so much of your time with my little identity drama. I'm probably a little too absorbed in my own pixels. Well, at least You realize it yourself. Let's move on now. We've already lost enough time. Don't worry about it. And everyone has an identity crisis sometimes, even a robot. Your memory will come back, I promise. It just needs time. Look, it's good that you realize it yourself now. We've wasted too much time, Hans. We need to work on this encryption. Hey, Grim, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. It's great to have you here, Grim. Too right, tongue-tied. But hey, thanks for your patience. Back to the essentials. Let's crack the file, track down fear, and oh yes, and conquer the world. 3, 2, 1, hack on. All right. So, Bella wanted me to complete a mini game. We'll do something really really cool here, Bella. I hope you enjoy it. We're actually going to complete this set of mini games faster than your eyes can actually perceive. All right. Anime XYZ Gaming, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. Which game is this? This is called The Stage No Way Out. You'll be able to find that in the title of the stream. The game title is typically in the title of the video or the stream. But you ready? 3, 2, 1. Done. Easy. Easy. Faster than you guys could perceive. I played every single one of those mini games, and you didn't even see how fast I did it. That's how good we are here. That's how good it is. Digital Dyers says, "How are you today, TT?" Digital Dyers, I've never had a bad day in my life. Thanks for asking. How's Digital Diaries today? Well, well, well. Tongue-tied, we did it again. Holy guacamole. The file is cracked, and I've already watched the video. Shall I tell you what you can see? Hans, don't keep me in suspense. I know you live for drama, but please keep it short. No, I have had enough. I want to see it. Yeah, I just want to see it for myself, Hans. You don't have to tell me. I can make up my own opinions on the video. Wait a minute. You have to hear this. It's really crazy this time. Another mannequin, of course, and now buckle up. This time it's a bit different. Hans, the video, please. That sounds fascinating. And now send it to me, Hans. You know how to build it. It sounds fascinating. Just send me the video. Athena, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. How's Athena doing today? Oh, that is a different picture in the background. And there's a music sheet there. Where's where's Cello when I need her? I need Cello to tell me what this music is all about. But, okay. I just wanted to add a bit of drama. Let's check out this video. I don't know what that means. Or did you guys hear the music all right? And did anybody else notice the 6 fingers on the right hand of the mannequin? As says, I knew what the music was right off the bat. Did you? I don't. I didn't. I don't. I'm lost. I have. Yes, you have to know. I really don't. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea. Am I on top messenger? No, I'm on live chat. I have no idea what music that is. You said that's Chester? That is that a picture of Chester? Is that who that is? If that's picture of Chester, then it would have to be a Linkin Park song, but I apologize. I do not I do not recognize it. I don't hear the tune for some reason. I didn't even recognize that that was Chester, to be honest. But it's got to be Linkin Park, but I don't. It's not Linkin Park. Isn't Chester from Linkin Park? See, look, I like listening to music, but I don't know most of the time. I don't know the lead singers. I don't know even what the albums are called or song titles are. I just listen to them. Think of funerals. It's a funeral song. I don't know. Anyways, did anybody else recognize the six fingers on the mannequin hand? I recognize the six fingers on the mannequin hand. I saw that. A sheet of music, creepy music, and another poster. This is getting more and more absurd. It's starting to feel like we're in a damn escape room. What the hell does this guy want from us? Yeah, it's just getting more and more absurd. How about that? It's backwards? What's backwards? The song? The song's backwards? Do we have to play it in reverse and then we actually hear what the song is? Well, I can't really play it. I'll have to have Wolf reverse it for me. I've already searched through everything in my database, but nothing makes sense. No matching entry for the sheet music or poster. Sorry, tongue tied, but maybe Wolf can find out what's behind this psychopath concert. Assassin Crow, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. How's Assassin Crow doing today? Let's reach out to Wolf. Maybe Wolf can help us out. I'm stumped. Or tired, or both. I don't know. Maybe I should have started at 9 and then I would be more brain working. See, couldn't even make that sentence right. Anyways, Wolf, here's the file. Soren Evingstar, welcome to the stream. Says, I get to see a live for real this time. Hell yeah. Love it. Wolf says, I've already thought about his words. The brightest stars shine only briefly before they fade. Pay attention to the day in the month of their demise. What poetic psycho crap. Clearly, the guy is a mystery. And yet another poster. Do you think that might have something to do with it? Probably. It sounds like it. The posters keep popping up. That must mean something. Let's be honest, the guy isn't all there. Maybe he just enjoys making us feel insecure. It's quite possible that they mean something, but I'm not sure. The posters keep popping up. They keep being different, so they mean something. Sorry about that. I got a notification on my phone and realized that I forgot to turn it on do not disturb. So went over and just clicked on that. That way we don't get disturbed by any of these notifications. Um, Wolf says, if they are the key, then we should find out who our third candidate is. Somehow the face looks familiar, but I'm not sure. Do you have any ideas? Seeing as how I already know who it is, thanks to chat, let's say it's Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park. Is it? I don't know if it is or not, to be honest with you. But it's right, Chester. And like I that's what I thought. Like Chester from Lincoln Park, but like the song wasn't a Lincoln Park song. Whatever. Doesn't make any sense. How sure are you? 100,000%, 100%, all every day percent. Absolutely sure. That sounds convincing and it fits the pattern. An incredible talent, but also a tragic story. His voice touched millions, but he had his own demons. That makes a pattern known Kurt Cobain, Amy Winehouse, and Chester Bennington. All talented, all died tragically, and all parts of the same, or all parts of the strange riddle. Let's crack this thing, Wolf. What about the sheet music? Could that also be part of the puzzle? Absolutely. Why else would it be there? And the creepy music, do you think it has a hidden message too? Yeah. Either one of those is perfect. Well, we didn't get a song for Amy Winehouse or um, Kurt Cobain, but this time we did get a song. So I thought maybe the song was had something to do with Linkin Park. Maybe it was Linkin Park song, but I don't know. Like I said, I couldn't put the lyrics, or not lyrics, but I couldn't put the tune together anyways. I still have no idea what it is. But whoops, is quite possible. The sheet of music is certainly a key. If we decipher this, it could be the next big clue. Okay, here's a suggestion. According to Fear, we now have all the pieces of the puzzle. I watched the video again and tried to identify the song on the sheet music. Now it's up to us to solve the riddle. Think of the sayings, the posters. What could he be trying to tell us? Perhaps there's a message there we have overlooked, but who knows? Maybe the sheet music will provide the decisive clue. I'll get right back to you. We'll crack the puzzle, Wolf. I'm sure of it. I don't know. The more I think about it, the less sense it makes. Okay, I'll think about it. Maybe I'm missing something. Look, we'll figure it out because we're damn geniuses. Of course, we're gonna figure it out. Ass as I keep getting Fireball whiskey ads, and now I want some. I don't mind Fireball whiskey. It's nice, but it's so sweet. You can't really like drink too much of it. Well, I guess you could drink too much of it, but it is super sweet. Anyways, Wolf says, before we talk to our cousin Sophie, Wolf says, of course we will. I mean, we have Fear posters, sheet music, and well, Hans. If you're not a dream, if you're not a dream team, I don't know who is. If we're not a dream team, I don't know who is. Stay tuned. I'll be right back with updates. We'll beat Fear. So we're back with the spring breakout with Sophie. Says tongue tied. We are finally here, and they finally arrived. What does it look like? Dream-like VIP landscape, or rather, camping hell? I mean, when they first got there, it was just like muddy swamp. Like it didn't sound like it was going to be very pleasant at all. I bet this will be the start of an unforgettable adventure. Let's get to work. Have fun putting the tents. Like, I need to know what it looks like. Does it look great or does it look terrible? If by VIP you mean a place in the middle of the forest, a single porta potty, and absolutely nothing nearby, then yeah, totally VIP. Exactly. Great extra that we have one. I thought we were uh, I thought we were at least only a few meters away from the rebels, but here, no tour bus, no speakers, nothing. Let's be honest, who decided that the this is a campsite? There's not even a light here. And so far from the action, I can't even see the stage. Guys, I think it's really cool here, honestly. We have plenty of space, no annoying crowds, and we have it completely to ourselves. My Bluetooth speaker can blast as loud as we want. Festival feelings deluxe. And why do we need light when we have our campfire? Right. And at least it's cozy. That was weird, right? Why the skylight up too? And everything got shifted and warped. I have a feeling something's not good. There's something wrong with the video. Did you see that? There was something in the video. Was just me or did that video just go crazy for a second? Yeah, there's something wrong with the video there. It did warp out a little bit. Did he disappear? The person there was disappeared? Is that what happened? Oh, he did kind of disappear. I thought at first when the camera panned to the right, I thought he was just off screen, but he was still there. But he did kind of disappear there. But what do you mean? Tongue-tied, are you serious? Here we go with scary stories. There was such a strange distortion, and Ron had just suddenly disappeared. That was apparently Ron. I mean, I couldn't have made out whether that was Ron or not, but apparently that was Ron. Sorry, forget it. Probably tired and seeing ghosts. Look, we're gonna let them know exactly what we saw. They're gonna think that we're crazy, but either way, Argus is back. Soren says if Sophie ends up being Fear, it'd be the biggest plot twist. I really hope Sophie doesn't end up being Fear. Our favorite cousin turns into Fear. Sophie says, now you're scaring me. Maybe this place is haunted after all. Or the universe swallowed you up to do us all a favor. Thank you, Karma. That was probably just a transmission error due to poor reception. Or maybe your cell phone just ran hot tongue-tied. Too many dating apps lately. Nah, I don't need dating apps, Ron. Embarrassing messages are more your specialty. Can you please update your humor? It's still on puberty 1.0. My cell phone is rather overheated because I like your embarrassing videos nonstop. But look, I don't need that. I don't need dating apps. I've got Robin and Lena. Who needs a dating app when you got those two? Embarrassing messages. I call that charm, my dear. And you know what? I get by without an app. Some people just have it. Tongue tied. I have now watched the video again. As I said, I'm sure that was just a transcription error, nothing more. Or Ron is right and you're really haunted. Let's hope you're right. Sounds logical. Sorry. Didn't look. It sounds logical, but I'm willing to bet that it's not just a transcription error. Okay, I admit it. That's really creepy. Just watched it. I'm telling you, this is the perfect story to tell around a campfire. A supposedly cursed forest, strange shadows. Stop with the nonsense. There was nothing there. Period. We're all just overtired. Maybe we should just put up the tents and not think too much. Yeah, good idea. And if we're ambushed by a killer, Ron is the perfect distraction. Very funny, Jimmy. Let's have a drink and stop imagining scary things. Wait a minute. Here comes a car. Looks like a truck. It does look like a truck. It doesn't look like that the drunken cop, so that's a good thing. Or what if it is the cop? He just like got off work and then he went and got his own vehicle and now he followed all the way to find Sophie. Maybe the rebels imagine them coming to celebrate with you. Let me guess, it's the gas station attendant who brings you free pizza. They must be stranded festival visitors just like you. Wolf says, I bet it's fear. He's probably standing in front of them with a lantern, grinning like a madman, and asking, fancy a puppet show? Or asking them, how marinated are they? Robin says, great. Then at least we're not the only fools here. Maybe we can join forces. The more the merrier. Or creepier, depending on how you look at it. I just hope they're not crazier than we are. As long as they don't steal my talent or tent. I was like, what talent? But as long as they don't steal my tent, everything's okay. Tongue-tied is right. I was able to talk to the driver briefly. He stopped for a moment and rolled down his window. These are actually the other meet and greet winners. As far as I saw, There were four people in the car. I can't wait to see what they're like. Hopefully, knowing no annoying guys, I already have enough to put up with you lot. If you find us so annoying, you can swap with the others. Maybe they'll find you more bearable. Come on, let them get settled in first. We can chat to them later. Time to pitch the tent. And tongue-tied, keep your fingers crossed that the evening will be even better. I don't know, with a porta potty and your creepy distortions, it might be difficult, but good luck. Let's see how it goes. I'm looking forward to your next updates. Don't worry, this evening has only just begun. It's going to be really good. Yeah. We've only just begun. I really hope you're right, tongue-tied. It can only get better from here, right? Probably not, but let's hope so. I bet you're wondering how I was able to read that chat. Not really. I know that you like to hack into our phones and stuff. I was wondering about fear earlier and wanted to ask you about it anyway. What's that supposed to mean? To be honest, I was, and I hope the explanation is good. Let me guess. Your remote tool has once again done a great job. You have a hacker fortune telling ball somewhere. You secretly joined the group. You just have a hacking tool, and it's really good. You caught me. It just occurred to me that I could use this to see what you're up to. I was wondering if there's anything new from Fear or from Robin in your group chat. That way you don't always have to update me. I really could have thought of that much earlier. Wolf, you can't be serious. No problem, Wolf, but my private chats are taboo. Otherwise, you'll get in trouble. Honestly, Wolf, you could at least first look. I don't care if Wolf reads my chats. I got nothing to hide. Tartface, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. Miss you, Tartface. How's Tartface doing? It's been a while. Wolf says, I only read along when it's really necessary. Hacker's word of honor. Or maybe you have something so exciting on your cell phone that the trouble with you would really pay off. You're dreaming. Taboo zone remains taboo zone. But yes, my chat history with the pizza delivery yesterday. Extra cheese, no double cheese. Okay, triple cheese. I would love pizza with triple cheese. That sounds amazing. I'm actually kind of hungry right now. I went to hear me out. You guys want to know what I ate today? So I had Chick-fil-A for dinner, essentially, but it was not necessarily dinner. It was more like lunch. It was like a late lunch, so I wasn't really hungry for dinner. But anyways, that's beside the point. So there was a playable. It's Playa, pliable, and it's basically just like a fruit type bowl where they could do bases and they put a bunch of fruit and stuff in there. I've never been to one, and I was like, it looks interesting. Let me go in there and get something. So I went in there and got something, but then I was like, it's just fruit bowl essentially. It's just a bunch of different fruits in this one bowl, but some of it's like pureed, some of it's cut up. Um, and I was like, that's not substantial. I need something. I need protein. I need like an actual substantial meal. I was like, this is more of like kind of felt like more of like a dessert, just like a fruit dessert. And so I was like, well, there was like a Chick-fil-A that was close by. So I was like, let me just get some Chick-fil-A. Anyway, so I had Chick-fil-A and then for like later on, I just ate the Chick-fil-A, but I didn't eat any of the pliable. I just put it in the fridge. And then later on, um, maybe about 6 p.m. or something like that, then I ate the pliable. And so it's been a few hours since I ate that. So now I'm like super hungry. So now we're talking about triple cheese pizza. Like, hell yeah. Love triple cheese pizza. Anyways, back to the triple cheese pizza in the story. Better than, yeah, definitely better than the protein bar the other day. I still, well, I can't say I still have it stuck in my teeth, but I finally got it out of my teeth. That thing, oh man, that was the worst. I don't even remember what brand it was. It was bad. But Wolf says, respect, triple cheese. You know what's really important in life. But don't worry, your dark secrets will remain safe. Oh, mom. Wonder if she's still doped up from her weed tea. But don't worry, your dark secrets will remain safe. But if I accidentally come across the funny cat videos, I can't help it. And now return to Fear's sheet music. I'm about to find out which song is behind it. I'll hurry, get back to you as soon as possible. Let's talk with our mom. Mom's really upset for some reason. Maybe dad returned all the gnomes. Your father took a closer look at the tea and he says it's not herbal tea. You're actually, of course, I knew I was right. It's hemp tea. Hemp, my darling. Look on the bright side, Mom. Your garden is now a real work of art. Mom, calm down. You only had a few cups of tea. As long as you don't listen to reggae in the garden with dreadlocks, it's all good. Look, at least you have a shit ton of gnomes in your garden now, Mom. So that's a positive side of it. That's a benefit. I don't think Mom's drinking any more tea. It doesn't look like it. So, like you said, you have four cheese pizza. So there's a difference between four cheese pizza and triple cheese. All right, hear me out, Lyco. A four cheese pizza is still technically a single cheese. Yes, there's four different types of cheese there, but you're still only getting the same quantity, the same measurement of the cheese. Triple cheese means you getting triple the measurement of the cheese. So, for example, if there's 1 cup of cheese on a pizza or 2 cups of cheese on a pizza, triple cheese got 6 cups of cheese on the pizza. That's what we mean. That's what we mean by triple cheese. But you could essentially have like a triple four cheese pizza. So like the four cheeses would probably be mozzarella, cheddar, um, provolone, and I don't know what the other one would be. Some other Italian cheese or whatever. But you could have all four of those. It's basically a mixture, right? But then you just triple the quantity of it, triple the amount of it. You could have like a triple four cheese pizza. Ooh, that sounds really good. I need to go out and find a triple four cheese pizza. You think anybody would actually make me one? Do you think that's too much cheese on the pizza that it would actually make it not cook appropriately? I feel like maybe a triple four cheese pizza might make pizza not cook right, and it might actually ruin the integrity of the pizza. But it sounds so good that I feel like I have to try it. So if they normally put 2 cups of cheese on the pizza, oh, we're talking like 6 cups of cheese. Triple four cheese pizza. Sounds amazing. Mom says that's not funny. What if I'm a drug addict now? I've already drank 5 cups of it. Five. It's practically an overdose. You wouldn't be talking to me right now if it was an overdose, Mom. Just saying. Mom, calm down. You're not a drug addict. Don't panic. You're just the most relaxed gardener ever. If you suddenly get a craving for potato chips and triple four cheese pizza, you know it's too late. Look, it's fine. You don't panic. You're just a super relaxed gardener. That's all. Relaxed? Dad said I smile when he scolded me. This is serious, my darling. I've read that it can be addictive, and I can already see myself sneaking into the tea store to get more supplies. Imagine I can no longer stop drinking tea. Then I'll be called the hemp mom in the village. And dad is so angry. He has referred to Rainers as shining garden junk. That really hurt. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should just put Rainer in the cellar. The other dwarves will surely miss him. Poor Rainer. Shining garden junk. If Rainer comes into the cellar, Dad has won. You can't let that happen. Dad doesn't mean it. Give him 5 minutes, then he'll secretly admire Rainer through the window. Dad is simply overwhelmed. The tea, all the dwarves, it's too much at once. Look, if Dad puts Rainer in the cellar, then he wins. You can't let that happen, Mom. You got to keep Rainer out in the yard. You're right. I can't just give up Rainer like that. But the tea, what do I do with the tea? You send it my way. Send it to me. Should I tip it away? What's that mean? Should I tip it away, like throw it away? And maybe I should look for a re Yes, mom. You should go to rehab for your tea addiction. Your hemp tea addiction. Throw it out and ask for normal tea without extra ingredients next time. Rehab, mom, you're not an addict. Get rid of the stuff and we will be well. I'm sure you can do without it, without professional help. Look, just get rid of the tea and then just don't ask for extra ingredients. Ask for normal tea. All right, I'll dump it. I hope Dad calms down soon. I'm going to take some of the garden gnomes to the cellar. Perhaps there really were too many for our small garden, and then I'll apologize to Dad. But Rainer stays. He's not negotiable. Premium chat option. Why don't you give Dad some of the tea too? Then he'll be even more relaxed. Oh, do you think Mom's going to actually do it? I hope Mom does it. Just give Dad some of the tea. He'll probably go out and buy some more gnomes. He'll go out and buy another 30 gnomes probably. We don't know. Welcome to the stream, James. Welcome, welcome. Great to have you here. Soren says give some tea to Dad. Yeah, hell yeah. For heaven's sake, if I do that, I'm practically a dealer. No, you're not selling it, so you're not a dealer. That doesn't make you a dealer because you didn't sell it to Dad. You're just, I mean, you are kind of like secretly drugging him up, so that might be worse. That makes me liable to prosecution. Imagine Dad telling people this in the pub after one too many. Just imagine it. Then they'll pick me up straight away and lock you up forever. Come on, Mom. 5 years go by quickly. 5 years go by quick. You don't have to worry about it, Mom. If Dad blurts it out, he should be locked up too, not you. Nonsense, Mom. The pub crawl will laugh their heads off. That's it. Yeah, I think the pub crawl would just think it's super funny. Miss Azrael's game says the mom convos are the best. Yeah, they're pretty good. Great. And then I look like the fool they're making fun of. We'd better forget about the tea very quickly. I'm going to go in now and take on the mission of appeasing Dad. What does appeasing Dad mean? Like quote unquote appeasing Dad. Is that like taking care of like some kebab? Eating some kebab with extra mayo? Like, is that appeasing Dad? Digital Diaries, have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it might be. Have a great one. Digital Diaries says, bye, TT. I have to leave for work. So have a great morning, I'm guessing, evening. See you next time. Next time I catch your stream. I appreciate you hanging out with us, Digital Diaries. Have a great work. Enjoy it as best as you can. Not the mayo. That's how you got to appease Dad, apparently. The kebab and mayo. Keep your fingers crossed. I'll get back to you later. All right, Alex. And it's not even in the group chat. Alex is just reaching out to us for no reason. What the hell? Oh, man. Jimmy seems to think it's really great here, but I find it kind of disturbing. We're in the middle of a supposedly cursed forest, and our phones are already playing up. I totally understand. That does sound disturbing. Don't panic, Alex. There are 6 of you. Nothing will happen to you. It's just a lousy reception. The forest isn't cursed. It just doesn't like you. Look, the forest just perceives you the way I do. I don't like you, and the forest doesn't like you. Maybe the forest can sense your jealousy, Alex. Maybe the forest can sense you're just like the fact that you're just not a good person. Maybe that's what the forest can sense. Look, maybe the forest just doesn't like Alex. Poor TT getting it everywhere. Not poor TT, poor everyone else. Because TT's getting it everywhere. Poor everyone else. Princess Fairy, welcome to the stream. It's great to have you here. Princess Fairy is asking everyone, how is everyone? Well, how is Princess Fairy? Don't forget to tell us how you are too. Alex is great tongue-tied. A forest that doesn't like us. No, not us, just you. Everyone, the other 5 are fine. Now I feel much better, but at least we're no longer alone. The 4 who have just arrived make a really nice impression, almost as if they wouldn't fit in to a cursed forest any more than we would. That's a good thing. Maybe that will lighten the mood a bit. You better be careful. I'm not so quick to trust new people. New acquaintances in the middle of nowhere could be great. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't, you know, point directly to a horror movie. Just random people showing up, super nice all the time, right? That's not how horror movies start, I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe they'll lighten the mood, though. Yes, I hope so too. At least they don't look like extras from horror movies. Maybe it will be a relaxed evening after all, with less creepiness and more campfire feelings. Speaking of a relaxed evening, to be honest, I don't really know how I should behave towards you now. After you said that you have finished with us, I mean, I get it, but it feels weird, as if we're suddenly distant, even though we used to be so close. About to be mean to Alex again. It's not easy for me either, but I think it's better this way. We just need a little time to get used to it. Let's be normal with each other, okay? Alex, no matter what happens, you will always have a place in my heart. Look, it's just better this way. Yeah, you're probably right. It's just hard to accept that. Sometimes I wish we could turn back times. I wonder how it's going to be in the tent with Robin later. She already mentioned that she had a few topics of conversation for the evening. She'll probably start raving about you again, and I'll have to stop her again. You don't have to stop her. You can let her rave about me. Actually, turn on the recording device and send me the voice messages, Alex. That's what you need to do. If it gets too much for you, just tell her she'll understand. Great. Now I feel like the number one topic of conversation. I feel like I'm the number one topic in the conversation, which I should be. Absolutely. Um, the main thing is that you don't clash again like before. As is why can't Alex take no for an answer? I don't know. We're just too amazing, I guess. I'm just too much of a fantastic person, and Alex is starting to see that, starting to see that she misses that. That's what it is. I don't even know what to say. Look, as long as you guys don't get into a fight, I think it'll be fine. Alex says, no, definitely not. I know I have to make up for what I did earlier. Maybe I'll just tell her how annoying you can be sometimes, or what she can drive you up the wall with the most. That'll keep things interesting. I have to stop now. Robin must have noticed we're texting. I better go and set up the tent with her before she rips my head off. She's probably getting ready to start texting me too. Tell Robin not to leave all the work to you. No stress, Alex. Have fun and say hi to Robin for me. That's what we need. We need Alex to tell Robin that we said hi for us. If Robin burrs you under the tent, take care and say hello to the forest spirits for me. Yeah. Look, tell Robin I said hello. I will. Oh, she's still talking. Robin says hi back with an annoyed look. Oh, I didn't mean to make Robin annoyed. I did it just to make Alex tell Robin I said hi. I thought it would be more annoying for Alex. I'll let you know later when when we've defeated the tent monster. Bye for now, tongue tied. Wolf has reached back out to us. Hey, tongue tied. First, the bad news. I tried to locate Fear after he contacted you again, but he was online for less than 45 seconds when he sent you the file. That was just enough to locate his radio cell, but not the exact location within this cell. Okay, but does that mean we can't at least narrow the area? So either he's damn lucky or he's really good at this kind of thing, but there must be something we can do to track this bastard down. Can we narrow it down in any way? Dixon Cider, welcome to the stream. Hi, Dixon Cider. In the countryside, a radio cell can have a range of up to 10 kilometers. Fear knew exactly what he was doing, not a second longer online than necessary. But let's get back to the video he sent you. I ran the sheet music through a music database, and bingo, I now know which song it is. Now it's like the whole chat moved on me. Now it's getting really interesting. The song playing in the background of the video is exactly the same song, just played backwards. So yeah, they just had to reverse it. Well, Sherlock, do you recognize it? A little tip. It could it could it could hardly be more shit words. It could hardly be more classic. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. No, I know what it is. I just don't know. I don't know what it's called. I don't know the title of it. But yeah, I mean, I've heard of it. I've heard it before. Sounds familiar. Chopin or Beethoven, perhaps. Sounds like the funeral march. That's probably what it is. Definitely, but it's definitely the Muffin Man. It sounds more like the Muffin Man than it does the funeral march. To be honest, Soren says English is hard. It is hard sometimes, and it's my first language, and it's hard. Sounds like the perfect soundtrack for a mother-in-law visit. All right, look, we know it's the funeral march, but I really wanted to pick the Muffin Man. Exactly. Well done. It's Funeral March by Frederick Chopin. Funeral marches are traditionally played at mourning ceremonies or funerals. Is he implying that someone is about to die, or is it just a symbolic reference? Hope this is only meant symbolically. Otherwise, it's starting to get too scary. That sounds like a grim warning. If anything is dying, it's my patience. If we don't solve this mystery soon. Words. I am struggling with reading. Look, it definitely sounds like a grim warning. Soren says, I know the tone, but I can never for the life of me know the title of the most. Yeah, same. Same. I'm terrible with the actual title of the song. Wolf says, true. It does. Somehow this is like a morbid scavenger hunt, isn't it? May it be a warning or a symbol. We've got to solve the mystery. By the way, since Fear has turned off his cell phone permanently, we can probably cross Ron off the list of suspects. Yeah, we probably could cross Ron off the list of suspects. But who else could it be in our group in our little group there? Or could it be one of the four that showed up at the campsite? I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it's one of the four. To be honest, I found that pretty unlikely anyway. Who says Ron doesn't use a second cell phone? That's also true. Maybe. Maybe there's a second cell phone. A list of suspects. Is there anyone else on it? Look, I didn't think Ron was going to be the suspect anyways. But yes, I felt the same way. But I still wanted to go through all the options just to be safe. But now you better sit down. I took a closer look at the cell phones in the group, and one of them is currently not logged into the network. In other words, someone in the group has switched off their cell phone. Surprise, it's Niels. What do you say to that? I mean, I hardly know the guy. It makes more sense too because Niels is a musician. He is he's in a band. He's a musician, and he would be the most likely person to be following these other musicians or to potentially be the the person to fear. However, based off of the way games are played, and if we're going to go outside the box a little bit here, the fact that we're pointing to Niels right away, the fact that we're pointing our finger at Niels clearly indicates that it's not Niels, right? Obviously. I'll just ask Sophie what Niels is up to. Maybe there's a harmless explanation. Niels? No, he's out of the question. I vouched for him. I don't know Niels either, so that's probably just a coincidence. Let's continue to focus on. Look, I think we should talk to Sophie about Niels. Like, yo, what's Niels up to? Perfect. You ask Sophie, and I'll take care of the important stuff here. The pizza, the triple cheese, four cheese, triple the four of the cheese. Those four cheeses that you triple the of the four pizza, and that's what the pizza's called. That would be that would be what my pizza is called because it would have triple the four cheese. It would be amazing. I feel like the pizza wouldn't cook properly though. But that's just something that we'd have to figure out. Like, do we cook it from underneath and cook it through? That way the cheese melts last because there is a lot of cheese. But you have to get the dough to cook before the cheese melts. Because if the cheese melts before the dough's cooked, well, then the cheese is going to burn. You can't have burnt cheese on pizza. So you got to be able to cook it from the bottom up. Get the dough nice and crispy, get a good crunchy undercarriage of the pizza. And then the cheese melts. But by the time the cheese melts, hey, that dough is going to be ready to roll. That dough is going to be rocking and rolling. It's going to have a beautiful undercarriage. And there's nothing better than a beautiful undercarriage. If you know, you know. So Wolf's Pizza just arrived. Solving puzzles is better on a full stomach. I'll get back to us soon as I finish the case of the missing pizza diavolo. 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 Diavololo. I don't know. Something pizza something. Keep going with food. I love food. Food's so good. Anyways, Sophie, quick question. What's Niels up to right now? His cell phone seems to be off. At least I can't reach him. Sophie? Is Sophie's cell phone? Oh, Sophie. What are you doing, Sophie? Sophie? Hello? Maybe Sophie's phone is off. Chill out. I'm not Wonder Woman. We're just putting up the tent, and I can't just drop the hammer about Niels. His battery was empty earlier. I had to give him my power bank. But why do you ask? What do you want from him? Just wanted him to take good care of you, save battery, typical Niels. I just wanted to ask him something, but no stress. It really sounds like him. Nothing important. Just wanted to have a quick chat with him. I don't know. Just wanted to have a quick chat. Nothing important. Lyco says I had pizza Diavolo this week. What is that? What is that? What is pizza Diavolo? Is it a type of pizza or is it Is it like a company? Is it like a pizza franchise, like Pizza Hut and Domino's and Little Caesars? Little Caesars. They have a extra most bestest at Little Caesars, and it's got like cheese in the crust. So good. And yeah, I understand that Little Caesars might not be the best of quality pizza, but damn, is it cheap and delicious. And if there's nothing I like more than cheap and delicious. James says you're getting yummy, TT. Sophie says everything's fine. Don't worry. He'll be in touch as soon as his phone will be charged. Sorry, I don't want to be rude, but I'm in the middle of putting up the tent. As soon as I'm done, I'll get back to you. No worries. Who we got? Oh, mom. Did mom sneak the weed tea into dad's coffee or sneak him some tea? Honey, I just wanted to wish you a good night. And guess what? I made up with dad. Yep. Took care of that kebab, didn't you, mom? Dad's super happy now. Mom's probably got more than she knows what to do with. And guess what? I made up with dad. We had a really good talk. Yeah, is that what we call it now, mom? We call it talks. We had a good talk. It's about time. Arguing doesn't help. It only makes dad move back into the living room. You'd be lost without each other, wouldn't you? Drama with happy ending. Yeah, see, exactly happy ending. It was there was a happy ending there. I just know it. Drama with happy endings. I mean, dad's super happy now. Dad got his happy ending. Of course, see? Without a happy ending, life is only half as beautiful. See? Mom's handing out happy endings just one fist at a time. Oh, chat, you guys are terrible. You're just a bunch of perverts in chat. Oh, you know the best thing is? I get to keep Rainer. And he also said that I can't get addicted to tea, but thank you for trying to stop me from drinking so much of it. Next time, I'll listen to you. See, told you, your tea is safe. I'll make a note of that right away, Mom. I knew Dad had a soft spot for weird garden gnomes. I don't think Dad has a soft spot for weird garden gnomes. I think Dad has got a soft spot for happy endings and is willing to deal with garden gnomes as long as he gets the happy endings. That's what I think is going on. But it's fine. I'll take a note of that. Go ahead and do that, my little know-it-all. But don't worry, I'll remember it too. Dad is already, yeah, I'm sure Dad's wore the fuck out. Yeah, I'm sure you wore him out. He's already in bed, by the way. The poor guy was so exhausted after the happy ending from the from the discussion about Rainer. Yeah, so exhausted from the happy ending, had to go straight to bed. I'm going to snuggle up to him now and put on some Netflix and chill. Any recommendations? Maybe something funny? How about half baked, so high, you know, the good stuff. Pineapple Express. Sorry, Mom, I don't have a clue what's on at the moment. Just take a look at the current movie chat charts, Mom. You're sure to find something funny. Yeah, 100% half baked. Oh my goodness, I think I'll stick to a romantic comedy after all. Well, now I have to get back to Dad before he falls asleep. Sleep well and sweet dreams. Good night, Mom, and enjoy the movie. Sleep well and don't disturb Dad's snoring. Nighty night. Nighty night, Mom. Georgia says one day TT will have a stream that doesn't result in me shaking my head. Yeah, don't hold your breath, Georgia. Wolf says, I'm back. Just had a slice of pizza. Only a slice? Wolf, you gotta bump those numbers up. I was expecting Wolf to be like, I'm back. I ate my entire pizza, but I don't have the appetite today. I just can't get the riddle out of my head. But first, about Niels. So, he just wants to save battery power. Sounds plausible, but we should still keep an eye on him. Better safe than sorry. Back to the actual topic, Fear's riddle. The more I think about it, the more I feel like we're completely in the dark. I'm beginning to wonder if Fear even wants us to understand this. First, he warns us with the first doll, then comes the second, and now he suddenly throws a riddle at our feet. What's it all about? Maybe it's some kind of sick intelligence test a la Zodiac Killer. He probably wants to remain anonymous and hides behind the dolls and riddles. Perhaps he is just as much in the dark and hopes that we can put the pieces of the puzzle together. I have a feeling he just likes to hide in the dark, and put his little riddles and mannequins together and just hide in the shadows of it all. And Tartface says, I made you part. No. No, I didn't make you anything. All I did was give you the area to just unleash it all. You had all of this bottled up inside. It was just oozing to escape. And I gave you the key to unlock the waterfall of your perversions. That's all it is. That's all it is. I didn't make you into anything. I'm just allowing you to express who you guys really are. And it's just a bunch of pervs. Wolf says, remain anonymous, sure. Or the guy just wants to make us paranoid. Who knows? Maybe he's sitting in a dark cellar right now, laughing his head off. You know what I just thought of? I was a huge fan of the three investigators as a child. I don't know what the three investigators are. Interesting, but what does that have to do with the riddle? Me too. I love them so much. I was more of a Nancy Drew mystery stories. I don't know. I don't know what Nancy Drew is either. But I don't know. What does that have to do with the riddle? I don't know Nancy Drew. I don't know three investigators. Quite simply, Justice, Peter, and Bob. They cracked every case. How about we set up our own little team of investigators too? What do you mean? And who is the third? Yeah, who's going to be the third one in our group? Shadow, probably. That's easy. Our man for funny. Oh, Hans. Gag. Uh, I mean, he'd be the perfect Bob, tech genius, and always good for a laugh. We form our own dream team, something like the modern three investigators. Everyone contributes their special skills. You saw Peter Shaw. Oh, Sophie, our favorite cousins, reaching out to us.
Hey, greetings from the campsite right in the middle of nowhere. Truly the perfect place to get lost.
It's off to a good start, right? But don't worry, we're making it as cozy as possible. We're the kings of improvisation, after all.
We just wanted to quickly say that we miss you. It would have been so much cooler with you.
Yeah, but don't worry, you'll definitely get plenty of embarrassing pictures of us.
Oof, that was rough to watch. That was a little rough to watch. Like, don't get me wrong, I like looking at Sophie, but I mean, not. I'm talking as TT, not talking as the main character cousin thing. All right, hear me out. Um, that was tough to watch. Like, who was that with her? Jimmy? I think that might have been Jimmy or Niels. I don't know, but I think it was Jimmy. As they used a different voice. Yeah, it didn't sound like Jimmy at all, and the words obviously didn't match. I mean, with the mouth, that was rough. That was difficult. That was difficult. But it is what it is. So anyway, so everyone contributes their special skills. You are Peter Shaw, down to earth and with the right instincts, and I'll just be Justice Jonas because, well, obviously I'm the mastermind here. Hold on, I'll quickly create a group chat. Hans is going to short circuit with joy. I can see this going to be legendary. Great. It's going to be fun. Sorry, just had a yawn there. Don't know why. Brain needed oxygen or something, I guess. As dislikes the AI so much. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either. Not so much a big fan of it either, unfortunately. Well, it's not unfortunate that I'm not a fan of it, but it's unfortunate that it's happening. Anyways, what is this? Investigators 2.0. Me, Wolf, and Hans. I've already filled Hans in and forwarded him your chat with fear. I'll add him to the group now. The chat is now guaranteed to be 200% more entertaining. I hope you know what you're getting yourself into. Perfect. This is going to be great. Look, I hope you know what you're getting yourself into, Wolf. Lego says, as a person that read some of the books where Justice, Peter, and Bob are from, I'm 100% cringing at the unfunny shit again. I don't I can't on I can honestly say I've never read one of the Justice Peter Bob books. I've never read a Nancy Drew book either. So I don't know. I can't understand what the references are to or anything like that. So I can't but I also can't necessarily cringe at it either just because I don't understand it. Drum roll, applause, curtains up. The master detective Hans is here. Tongue-tied, my absolute favorite person, and Wolf, my favorite hacker. I'm incredibly excited to be part of this detective squad. I'm so happy I could cry. Why am I a baby? Obviously, Wolf is the wolf. Why do I have to be the baby? I don't want to be the baby. Without you, this would be only half as exciting. Hey Hans, nice of you to join us. Let's see if you can help us with the puzzle. Can I please leave the group again? Can I just leave the group? Anyways, maybe Hans can help us with the puzzle. Doubt it. No, I don't want to be the baby. It doesn't matter if it's true to size or not. I don't want to be the baby. Nice of me to join you. It's nice that you are here. What a team. What a chance to show off my infinite genius. Hans, relax. You're an AI and not a Marvel superhero. Your modesty is always impressive, Hans. If you really crack the riddle, Hans, I'll give you... What are we going to give Hans? A virtual ice cream with triple cream and digital cherry on top. A place in the Hall of Fame of best AI detectives of all time. An inclusive gaming evening with me, and you can choose the game. I'll give him triple cream ice cream, digital ice cream, triple digital cream, digital ice cream with one cherry. You don't get triple cherries. You only get one cherry with the triple cream digital ice cream. Deal. Can't wait. My processor is hotter than a burger grill. So once again, in a nutshell, so that even the last processor gets it, a mysterious stranger who calls himself Fear sends tongue-tied strange messages, including creepy dolls and posters. Instead of telling it straight, he acts like Professor Layton and presents us with threats and such cryptic riddles that even Sherlock Holmes would lose interest. And who gets to solve it? The top trio, Hans, Wolf, and Tongue-tied. In other words, the three investigators meet Hannibal Lecter. Exactly, Hans. Once again, you hit the nail on the head. That was the short version, Hans. A Tolkien book is shorter than that. Sounds like a lot of work, so it sounds like a lot of work. Let's just get to it. So, yep, let's show Fear who the real puzzle bosses are. I'm ready, I'm motivated, and I'm clueless, I guess, stumped, not knowing what you're doing. All right, puzzle boss Hans, show us what you can do. Perhaps we should first collect everything fear has sent us so far. Okay, what's the best way to go about it? Let's see what you can do, Hans. Let's just see what you can do. Okay, guys, suggestion. I'm going to take a look at Fear's message and try to make sense of them. Don't worry, I'll sort the eloquent outpourings from cryptic nonsense to possibly useful or helpful. Sounds reasonable. Let's sort out what really counts before we tackle the rest. Thanks, Hans. I knew you were the master at filtering nonsense. Good on you to take on the job, Hans. I would have given up after the first sentence. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds reasonable. Let's just do that. So let's get straight to it. Analyzing statements, filtering category, blah, blah, blah. Analysis completed. Result, 5% usable. 95% fall into the category of what the hell was he smoking? That doesn't help us out at all, Hans, to be honest. Only 5%. At least it's better than nothing. Well, Hans, fire away. How is it only 5%? Okay. My virtual bullshit filter says we should look at the following sentence first. The brightest stars shine only briefly before they fade. Okay, that's obvious. It's about stars or fireflies. Fireflies pretending to be stars. Hans, seriously? Fireflies pretending to be stars? How about testing the filter on yourself? Tongue tied. Any idea what fear means? What fear might mean by the brightest stars? Yeah, he's talking about the biggest music stars, like the brightest stars in the music industry. Obviously. But obviously, yeah, I have an idea. Let's hear it then. I'm on pins and needles. Just the hell up, Hans. The brightest stars, could this have something to do with zodiac signs? Absolutely not. Maybe it's about the night and the stars above the festival in a symbolic way? Absolutely not. The stars could also symbolize stars, as in famous personalities. Obviously. How couldn't Hans figure that out? Okay, stars could represent the artists. That makes sense. Chester, Amy, Kurt, that would be the brightest stars. Ah, now it clicks. And here I was thinking Fear wanted to introduce us to astronomy. But of course, brightest stars means celebrities. That makes sense. Of course. Well, at least it makes more sense than your firefly theory. But what exactly are we supposed to do with this information? If this is what is meant, we should take a closer look at the three musicians. Yeah, let's take a closer look at the three musicians. What do they have in common other than the fact that they died around the same age? But we've basically already done that. Wait a minute. If by shining stars, fear means the artists, and then writes before they fade away, then let's move on to the next sentence. Pay attention to the day and the month of their demise to unravel the mystery. So the month that they died or their demise. What could he mean by this? Like the month, the day in the month. So like did they all die on the same day of the month? Like I don't know. Demise could simply symbolize their death. Perhaps their demise stands for the end of their career. No, I think it's definitely their death. It could also be a symbol for the darkness in their lives. Yeah, demise definitely symbolizes the death. All right, what's Hans saying? Bingo, tongue-tied. You are absolutely right. The day of their demise, that can only be the day. What you humans call it the day you look at the carrots from below. Shit, I've never called it that, but that's interesting. Looking at the radishes from below, going to sleep in wooded pajamas, becoming worm food. I've heard that one, becoming worm food. Welcome to the stream, Falcon. Great to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Loudly shouting "too bad" and disappear forever. Going for a cuddle with a train. Demise sounds much more dramatic than day of death. Fear must really have a soft spot for drama. Thank you for dissecting my solution in such detail. Oh, good, but how exactly does that help us? Yeah, how exactly does that help us? Jojo, welcome to the stream. Hello, Jojo. Welcome, welcome. Wolf says, Hans, you data diva. Can you look up the death dates for us? Do you ask an eagle if it can fly? Give me a second. Searching music database. Where are my virtual cleaners when I need them? Virtual feather duster in action. Amy Winehouse, July 23rd. Kurt Cobain, April 5th. And Chester, July 20th. Our stars have faded, but the order stands. So the order would be first Kurt, second Amy, and third Chester. But like, what day what were each of those on? Like, what was the actual day? Monday through Sunday. Which day was it on? Thank you, Hans. You really are the Justice Jonas of the AI world. Wait a minute. It said pay attention to the day in the month of their demise. Right, it's the day. What day was it? Oh, tongue-tied. You little genius. You're absolutely right. If we look at the day of the month, we see different order. Kurt 5, Chester 20, Amy 23. Good old Fear was probably trying to mislead us. Well, not with us, my friend. I'm telling you, with us as a team, every puzzle book would be solved in 5 minutes. Fear won't stand a chance. We have already decoded the first message. Ta-da! Let's move on to the next clue. The stars hold the first message, while the lifeless of silence hold the second. What does Fear mean by lifeless of the silence? Sounds like the mannequins that are supposed to show us something. I have a hunch what Fear means by that. Hans, come on. I bet you've got another wild idea in your head, haven't you? So what does Fear mean by lifeless of silence? The lifeless of silence. I mean, obviously it means, I've definitely got a hunch. Must be those creepy mannequins, I guess. Of course, they stand there, say nothing, and yet you feel like you're being watched. Hans, send us the video of the dolls again. Funny, my politeness detector shows 0. Hans, would you please be so kind as to send us the doll videos again? And make it quick, Hans. I don't have time for this. Sure, I'm just the bot here, starting image analysis. I'll make a single clip out of the 3 videos for you. I know I'm the best. You're welcome. Progress 67%. MP4 file successfully created. Here you go. Let's see it. Why is it freezing? That's a terrible rendering of a video, Hans. Kept freezing. But each one of the mannequins did have a different piece of, I don't know, covering, right? You have the skull and crossbones. There was something else. What was the other thing? Because that's like the skull and crossbones. That is another skull and something else, but then you had the sheet music. The Death March. Look at their hands. That one doesn't have hands. That's a 3. And that's a 2. But he has 6 fingers, so is it still 2? So it's 0, 3, 2? If one of them doesn't have hands, does that count as 0? So maybe the hands mean something. Take a closer look. There was a different window in each picture. Maybe that's the clue. Strange that only the first doll had a face. I wonder if that's a clue. I mean, their hands probably definitely mean something. But what do their hands have anything to do with the days of the death? So 5, 20, and 23, and you have a 0, a 3, and a 2. That's not so far-fetched. So let's see. This is art, people. Doll number 2. 3 fingers that look like they have arthritis, deluxe. Doll number 3, 2 fingers, the saddest peace sign in the doll world. 032, that must be it. 3 numbers, and the door to open, and the door to truth will open. Not bad, tongue-tied. Your brain is running at full speed. Thanks for the flowers. Let's see if that lasts. I'll do my best to keep up with you. Full speed, that was more of a coincidence. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. So let's see what we have so far. First message, the order of our stars, Kurt, Chester, and then Amy. Second message, the lifeless, aka our dolls, number 0, 3, and 2. And now comes the icing on the cake, Fear's golden tip. Combine the order of the stars with the 3 numbers, and the door to the truth will open. That means we have to put the fingers of the dolls in the order of the posters. First Kurt, then Chester, then Amy. I have put the finger puzzle into the correct order. So it's Kurt, Chester, then Amy Winehouse. 032. So the code is 032. Almost. The correct code is 023. If you count the fingers in the sequence and bang, the door to the truth opens. Well, in a theory. We now have the number 032. How did I do that wrong? 0, 3, 2. That was the correct order. Kurt, Chester, and Amy. That was the right order, wasn't it? I mean, obviously we know it's 023, but I'm trying to figure out how I got that wrong. I don't see the order of the names anymore. It's too far up. I can't see what we had before. I don't know. I don't care anymore. We know the number is 023. It is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, so the correct code is 023. If you count the fingers in the sequence and bang, the door to the truth opens. Well, in a theory, anyways, we now have the number 023, which according to fear opens the door to truth. But what do we do with it? Any brilliant ideas? Of course, I have the best idea. To be honest, I have no idea. But maybe maybe we need a hint where to enter the code. Maybe it's a safe, a lock. Probably. It's probably that. Or the pin for his Netflix account? Probably not. 023 FM, the number one for all dolls with limited freedom of movement. Back in the charts. Andreas Gabalar with Zuckerpuppen. Don't know what that means. Hans, honestly, you're really no help right now. Seriously, I think we're stuck. Without another clue, we won't get a millimeter further. I am also lost. Maybe I should start Googling riddles for beginners or just start a friendly demo so that he finally gives us a real clue. Well, then, we have no choice but to wait for the great puppeteer himself. This is the ultimate test of patience, and I really thought we'd crack this thing. I was already looking forward to my ice cream with tripled cream and a cherry. You know what? But Hans didn't come. Hans didn't solve any of these riddles. We did. So we get the triple cream ice cream. But maybe that's exactly Fear's plan, that we despair and feel like beginners. But if he's put so much effort into this puzzle, he probably wants us to finish it too. He won't give up. The three investigators are not yet defeated. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's hope that Fear throws us the next chunk soon. You're right. Giving up is not an option. We'll keep at it and crack the puzzle. Honestly, I'm getting tired of Fear's psycho puzzles. Look, we'll just have to wait and see. Just ask Fear nicely. Yeah. That's right, tongue-tied. We'll have to be patient. Patient. It's worse than a loading bar that stops at 99%. Well, if the great puppeteer thinks we need a break, then so be it. See you soon, Puzzle Kings. But don't worry, I'll be ready when Fear gets in touch again. Perhaps now is the time to take a deep breath. I just have a quick look first to see if Fear has reappeared on the net. Keep your chin up, tongue-tied. We'll get it right. Peace out, Trout. Got it, guys. I'll wait until Fear gets in touch again. Talk to you then. All right, we can do it. Ciao. Sounds like a plan. I'll be in touch if anything happens. Talk to you later. Lena. You. I really do want to talk to Lena, but I feel like I'm getting pretty sleepy, and I feel like my English is suffering. I feel like my reading is suffering, so I might just call it here. We'll pick up another live stream of the stage No Way Out, possibly tomorrow. Just kind of depends on my day. But I hope you guys have been enjoying the stage No Way Out, and if you have, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and join the Tethered. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you in the next one. But before I go, I just want to send a shout out to the top fans. We got Solar as number one, tied with Lyco and Az with 150 XP. So it's essentially a three-way tie with 150 XP for top fan with Solar, Lyco, and Az. Georgia with 100 XP technically comes in fourth, but also technically second. And then you got, what is this one? A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight-way tie for third, which is Digital Diaries, Haley, Wolfie, James, Bella, 100 Mad Mick, Tartface, and Christina Purdy. So I appreciate all of your engagement in chat. Thank you for being top fans of this stream. Again, hope you guys have been enjoying the stage. And if you're, hopefully you're looking forward to talking with Lena as much as I am in the next stream. And, if there's no other reason to start streaming again as soon as possible, it's talking to Lena. So, as always, thanks again for everything. Love you all. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.